My name is Eric Moore. I'm the editor-in-chief of IGM Movies, and I'd like to welcome you to the Comic-Con panel for the Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 1. So I heard that there was a nice little surprise early this morning for the folks in line. Did that get you nice and pumped up? All right, excellent. There's no way that I could follow that surprise up, so I think we're just gonna get right to it, and we'd like to offer you all an exclusive first look at the film. So before we do that, let me introduce the director of the film, Mr. Bill Condon. All right. Yep. So Bill, I want to kick things off with you. You're new to the project, so yes. I'd love to have you talk to the folks a little bit about how you got involved with Twilight.
Sure. Well, it's like the very nice folks at Summit, Eric Feig. They sent me the novel and the early outline they had, and I loved it. I thought it was it's such a lucky thing for a director because in a way, it's all third act. It's all the other movies have been leading up to this thing where an amazing amount of stuff happens. I thought it could be incredibly cinematic. It's also, I started out in horror movies, and Breaking Dawn 1, the movie that comes out it is in the second half turns into a really cool horror movie.
Yeah. And did you really immerse yourself in this world?
Totally, yes, absolutely. Just as I said, I quickly imprinted on the material.
Excellent, excellent. Well, how about we bring some folks out to join you up here, huh? Here's a few people that you might be familiar with. Please join me in welcoming the three leads of the Twilight Saga films. Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, and Taylor Lautner. So Kristen, why don't we just jump right into what these fans really want to know, and what was it like to shoot the wedding?
I had been ramping up to shoot that scene for 4 years, something like that. Nothing, give or take. And they also put it right at the end of the entire filming, so 6 months of standing on my toes, waiting for the sort of most important part of the whole thing in my mind to happen. And when I got to set, I was just as sort of nervous and terrified as I expected myself to be. Sorry. Anyway, so when I got to set and I saw everybody sitting in the pews, and it was just so beautiful, and I had to go get locked away in a room for the rest of the day. At that point, I had to be locked into my dress, and I had to sort of protect it, and it was also Secret Service style crazy security. So once I was locked into the dress, I was in wedding mode. But before that, I was actually able to have that experience that you want to have that's sort of more personal and outside of it, and then sort of go into it for the rest of the day and just be there for the rest of the day. And I ended up being much more relaxed than I thought I was going to be. It was terrified, and then, whew, fun. This is actually sort of my day. It sounds so lame, I know, but yeah.
All right. So Rob, I'm going to throw a question to you. Obviously, Bella and Edward go on a honeymoon after the wedding. I understand that you guys shot the scene in Brazil, and from what I saw, it's a gorgeous location. Can you talk about just shooting in Brazil and the location that you guys were at?
Brazil was amazing. It was really amazing the day we got there, and really beautiful and warm and everything you'd expect. What?
It's the photographers. They're asking them to lower their heads, guys. Come on.
Sorry, that sounded threatening. Yeah, it was beautiful the first day, and then it suddenly, for the remainder of the shoot, was not only raining but like hurricane storms. so that was exciting. So a lot of the original stuff we shot for the honeymoon was, you know, playing. It was kind of like having a honeymoon in England. Like we were playing board games and stuff instead of like making love on the beach and all those things. We're sitting like wrapped in blankets inside. But yeah, we fixed it. Well, Bill fixed it to make sure.
Well, Taylor, I've got a question for you as well, but before we get to that, if you don't mind, Bill, I believe you have the first surprise of the day.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We're going to show a couple of clips, and they're actually pretty long. It's you get to see two, you know, big scenes from the movie. And this one is Jacob. You know, he's pulled away from his family, from his tribe, his pack, and he's joined the Cullens in protecting them against Sam and all the other wolves. And this comes deep into the movie where it's clear that Bella, to survive, is going to need more blood. And so that's the setup for it. And it's actually something that, these are scenes that don't appear in the book, so that'll be a new experience for you.
All right. So let's watch it, huh?